Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Balancing the Books. My name is Jayska and I'm on a debt-free journey. Today I just wanted to lift some of the YouTubers who have really motivated me during this process of becoming debt-free. I value their channels and the content they make so much because they have shown me a lot of parts of this debt-free journey that I didn't learn um, prior to joining this community. When I first started my debt-free journey, I had just finished Financial Peace University, and I learned a ton from that course about how to budget and to remain gazelle intense, but I was still looking for something more. And I found that here on this platform, how to practice contentment, how to um, shop for food with specific intention, how to really grind and make more money, how to be consistent. And the YouTubers I'm going to share with you today are a large reason um, for having had success in my journey and to have stayed motivated throughout this process. When I found them, they were still actively working on baby step 2, which is to pay off all consumer debts, and now have since completed that task and are on steps 3, and some of them even further along. So they are very motivating in that there is, in fact, a finish line, and people every day cross it. So these are my top 5 YouTubers who are now debt free. I have to start with my number 1 YouTuber, Debt Kickin' Mom. Her name is Angela. She's a teacher just like myself, and when her and her husband started their debt free journey, they only had a 1 salary income and 4 children. So I looked to her for so much insight about this process of becoming debt free. One of the biggest things I took away from her channel was just practicing contentment, um, finding the beautiful in the things that you do have and the experiences that you can create with a limited budget. And sometimes it means intentionally sprucing things up, finding a box of stuff that you had just squirreled away and putting out new decorations, or rearranging your furniture, or just showing it some TLC by cleaning it really well or putting it in a frame. These things really were motivating to me because prior to my debt-free journey, it was really easy to try and fill voids with like physical merchandise. And what I really liked about Angela's channel is that she practiced contentment and just knowing that even though you're on this debt free journey, you actually have more than enough from the things that you've already purchased and that you can be happy even without spending money. Another part of her channel that is really valuable to me is her zero food waste, showing me how to shop my pantry and my fridge before going to the grocery store. Noticing that if you have an avocado left over or a can of beans left in the pantry, that maybe tostadas should be on your menu for next week because this will alleviate um, some of the money that would have been allocated for that meal. And I really valued that in her, and I've put that into practice in my own life, and it's been able to um, help really stretch my budgets. Even other simple practices like saving food scraps in order to make broth or turn them into compost. These things have saved not tons of money, but at least small fractions of money, and have really helped me to be more mindful about what I have, how I use it, and the role that it serves in my life. So if you're looking for someone who certainly has the heart of a teacher and can show you some of those nitty gritty things um, and be vulnerable about their actual process and what they're doing, would highly recommend checking out Debt Kicking Mom. She doesn't currently make content on YouTube, but the things that she has made in the past are very valuable. My second YouTuber is Q. Q makes it happen. I identify with Q because he's a Midwesterner like myself. We're about the same age bracket, and what I really like about his journey is just like the way he is so resourceful and the way he grinds to change his family tree. Um, this man goes above and beyond to find ways to add to his debt snowball, whether it's working multiple jobs, be it at the railroad or retail, or whether it's finding coins and saving them, or returning cans and returnables. He is just always finding ways to like hustle and make money, and I really value that in my journey. What I learned from Q is that the size of your shovel should not be an excuse to stay in debt. You need to, and you have an obligation to um, find the money and resources possible to get yourself out of this situation. And watching him succeed um, last March was really wonderful to see that he started at such a low income, something I identify with, but was able to get out of debt anyway because he stayed focused and he stayed determined. That's very motivating to me. And I look to him for, he has great quotes and also just real life ways of making it happen, even when income is um, less than you would desire, and setting goals and accomplishing them. He's really motivating in that aspect. The third YouTuber that I want to highlight is Asia Dang. I actually found Asia um, through a YouTube recommendation when she was doing her debt free scream. So I kind of watched her in reverse. I watched her cross the finish line before I ever watched her journey. But even though I didn't know her, I found her success story so beautiful that I actually cried. She is so raw and so transparent about the struggle that can sometimes be coming out of debt. Sometimes you're just feeling like all your friends are going on vacation or eating at expensive restaurants and going to concerts, and you want to do those things too, but you have to be focused and mindful of the way you are purposefully spending your money. And trying to accomplish these goals sometimes is exhausting and sometimes is taxing, but to just stay focused anyway. And from Asia, I learned that it is important to celebrate your accomplishments. I learned that it is okay to sometimes just feel blech about this journey and to not restrict yourself so much that halfway through you're too fatigued to go on. I learned that those small wins are so important to staying motivated. And for that reason, I have kept up with my 2% reward. And I look to her for those feelings that sometimes I just identify with, that the struggle is very real, but the success and the reward at the end is very worth it. And just finding ways to keep yourself engaged in this process, to not give up, and to just keep going. The fourth YouTuber I want to highlight is Debt Free D. And what can I say about D outside of the fact that her smile is as big as her heart? She just appears to be one of the most gracious, kind, humorous individuals I've seen on YouTube. I wish I knew her in real life. Um, I watch her because of her personality. I think she is phenomenal, and it was wonderful watching her become debt free in 2020. She's been working hard on her goals, but mostly she's just like the cheerleader everyone needs on this journey. The person that lets you know that, like, You've got this. Keep going. You're killing it. And if you're looking for someone who would just make you feel good and build you up and make you just want to cheer them on in return, highly recommend Debt Free D. And then last, but certainly not least, is Mary from Pennies Not Perfection. Um, she does a Transfer Tuesday update video every week, and I watch them like my job. I love her Transfer Tuesday videos because it just drives home the fact that consistency is greater than perfection when you're on this journey. She talks so often about how remaining consistent, oh, sorry about my dogs in the background, about how remaining consistent is key. And some weeks you do have extra money, like a stimulus check, to throw at your debt, and some weeks you only have $20, but it is the habit, the diligence of constantly doing it that really makes a difference. And so from her, I learned that it is okay to show myself grace, and it is okay to just put in $20 each week if that's what I'm able to do. And another thing about her channel that I really admire is the way that she balances her debt free journey in addition to other financial goals. So, for example, she puts money away into her Roth, and she was also able to put money away to save up for a car while on this debt free journey. And I think that's real life. I know that I do prescribe to Dave Ramsey's baby steps, but the reality is that many people have lots of goals financially, and being able to balance them and accomplish multiple at the same time is important. And I think she does that very graciously. And I look up to her for that reason. So these are 5 individuals that have really motivated me during my debt free journey, be it because they are just being real and honest about the struggle and the grind and the needing to remain content and consistent. And I hope you check them out because I do find their content to be very valuable and of high quality. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you enjoy content around debt freedom. And feel free to drop some of your favorite YouTubers in the comments. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.